Alright, we should be live. How are we doing this Friday afternoon? Got music on? Yep, just posted. Wait to make sure that I'm live before I do anything. Hey, dinosaur. Doing good. We just had my second Thanksgiving meal yesterday. Looking forward to the third one tomorrow. Been delicious. Today, though, we have some delicious things to look at. New Tyrannosaurus animations came in for resting and sleeping. Oh, my second Thanksgiving meal yesterday. Why can I hear myself? Looking forward to the third one tomorrow. Delicious things. Today, though, we have some delicious things to look at. New Tyrannosaurus animations came in for resting and sleeping. I have YouTube open twice, that's why. There we go. Anyways, as I was saying, we have a few new animations to take a look at. And I also have the Peru modder now. So, we open things up. And I need to take a look at the Eocar because I don't quite remember how I set up the resting and sleep, so I want to make sure I do that right. Set them all up as individuals. We might want to switch that all to a single one that we can call. I think that's what I want to do. Because I can... Yeah, I can do that. Alright, we're going to switch it over to that. Montage. Let's grab the... Let me open these. We're going to look at some older Eocar ones real quick, and then we'll go over to the Urano. Or no, no, we can just keep it how it is. I just have them as individuals. We'll just do that. It's fine. It'll be messier if I do it the other way. Here they are. Oh, we have flinch sounds and animations. I can show you guys those then. It's going to be very helpful when we start looking at more combat testing. Sit to sleep. Create montage. Sit to stand. Create montage. Get deja vu. We just did this with the other animations not too long ago. Sit idle stays. That gets put into the anim graph itself. Idle sleep also stays. Will get put into the graph itself. Those ones that are kind of looping and they're idle stuff, we can put all that stuff in the animation graph. It's just the ones that, you know, if you click a button it does something that's like an action, we put those into montages, which essentially lets us call an animation and play it from wherever we want. Sit to stand, or stand to sit. Sit to stand, sit to sleep, sleep to sit. We'll move those all over here. And I think these are considered full body ones, so... Did I miss the one? I did. So I need to switch one thing to make sure that they do all act as a full body animation. Full body? Oh, not there. Delete that. This here, slot name, full body. So now these will all play. I just have to put them into the gameplay ability itself. Let's go create those. And we're going to make it easy for us. We're going to go over to the EOCar. Control C, Control V. Make it easy. Just rename. Murano Sleep. This is what we call then to get everything to work. Open up the rest. And yes, it just all has variables for me to change. You guys don't get to see any of the actual code. Alright. Murano rest. Murano sit. Sit, that's what it is. Rest to sleep. Or rather, sit to sleep. And then Murano sleep to sit. And that should be it. Murano rest. Murano stand to sit. Murano sit to stand. Save it. And there's one more thing. Gotta do. Allow it to have that ability. A question, this may have been mentioned before, I'm new to this game, but are you planning to add voice chat for humans that will be heard globally, including nearby dinosaurs? I believe there is a voice chat planned. I think what we want to do is make it scrambled for the dinosaurs, but then it'll be local to other humans players. Oh, I just need the two. Rest. Murano rest. That's tied to a rest. Sleep. And again, tied to sleep. Okay. Let's go test. Oh. Never mind. Hold on. I have to go build the C++ code. I forgot to do that. I got latest like 2 minutes ago before stream started. Completely forgot to rebuild everything so it works. Add the recording of me saying that funny number into the gibberish of humans. Maybe. You have to ask Islander about it. Speed it up. Yeah, it can be like the Animal Crossing sounds, just real quick, like 676767 or something like that. Hopefully this build doesn't take too long here, but it gives me time to look at the chat. Give me Megalania. It'll come eventually. One day. One day. Once this is done building, we'll test Toronto, and then I'll show you guys the Peru. I know that's what you're all here for. Dinosaurs will either be quite realistic or with a unique style. I'd say they'd be pretty realistic. There's a few little twists that are a little bit unique to them. You know, like Venom or Thermal Vision. It's could be realistic, but it might not be exactly what would have occurred for that species. Peru doesn't. Excuse me, Peru does not have animations just yet. I just have the model in to test scale, and I think that's all I wanted to test. And just take a look at the textures and everything. We had some texture issues with the UV maps that Rar and I had to solve. Oh good, build complete. It'll start going in now. We have to get figured out. It looks really nice now, though. Did I hear you get flinch animation when hit? Yes, there are now some animations for when you get hit. You'll flinch, and you should also make a sound. Will Peru be getting sounds of Ragnar? He has a bunch of recordings. I'm not sure. We still have quite a few sounds to get done with the Urano and a handful with the Eokar, so after those are done, maybe. I mean, it'll definitely get sounds next, but I don't know if they'll be from Ragnar. It's a statue of me finally there. Is that you, Len? Alright, main screen. Test, you can see the Peru over there, menacingly waiting. Everything has to load now. The joy of closing the engine and then restarting it is everything has to reload itself. I thought it might be you. No, your statue isn't in yet, sorry. You'll have to ask Air. Which I'm hoping he starts streaming again soon. I miss watching his streams. Oh, on the Eokar, okay, well. Ooh. That's new and exciting. Is that... Oh, I know what that issue is. Was me messing with UV maps and stuff. I'll fix that then. Oh, there's the Peru. Look away. Alright, so H. Good, good, good. And, oh, I forgot to put that in that animation. It's fine. Put it in there, and then he goes to sleep. And this would be the sleep anim would be there. Back to rest. And I keep getting that error. We'll take a look maybe. And back up. Okay. A handful of things that need fixed. I didn't expect it to be that broken. Except she called it sit. Urano sit idle. Urano sleep idle. Now it'll do that. Keep it open just in case. And the texture, which I don't want to share with you guys. Will Peru have an insta-turn on land? Like turning in place? Yes. No, those are all UV1. Check the Eokar material real quick. Is sleeping like rest but faster? Yes, so you'll go and you'll have a locked camera facing forward and you'll heal I think like twice as fast as if you were resting, maybe 1.5 times whatever the math is. And it depends on what you're healing. Like bleed I think heals faster than just normal health, for example. Okay, let's see. That would be why. It has the Urano texture because I renamed stuff. That makes complete sense. Genuinely does. Let me fix that real quick. Eokar snow equal to I can show that though. It's not a code thing, it's just Redwoods 1 has the correct thing, snow 2. Snow 2, there we go. Yeah, I think this was called Subadult before, this skin. And I changed it to hatchling, because we changed kind of how the skins will look as you're growing. So that's just what happened. No big deal. Easy fix. Will the tail slap come with Peru, or is it added later on? It'll probably come with it. We were just talking about this, Islander and I, about a couple abilities coming with this. The tech demo, possibly if we have time for animations, because the quicker ones, like the triple bite, and oh, we also switched to Urano's ability. It no longer has a call, it has like a shank, which it'll use on the move, which is a lot more useful and exciting. I really wasn't a fan of the call. I've been looking for something different, so we came with a shank. It'll use that, but the quicker ones that don't involve a lot of like staggered and pinned and grabbed animations might come quicker. So something like the tail could, but it will stagger prey, so it might not. We'll have to see. Will there only be bleeding or also poisoned? Or yes, there'll be both. Are growth times for things like T-Rex longer or shorter than 10 hours? Shorter, I think. It might be 10 hours at the longest. Yes, it was atrocious there for a second. Shank was that ability. So like, I can run forward and like stab the prey. I think the exact wording I used to Islander was, what if we have an ability where it can take its thumb claw and just shove it up the other player's butt? And so that's where the shank came from now. So it'll let you go on the aggressive essentially. So if you're wanting to go after this tribal and actually be able to attack them without just doing the bite, because it had no other abilities that it could use on the move, you'll be able to do that now. But yeah, rest. Ow. Oh, you could hear the flinch, or see the flinch and sound. That actually broke me. I can't move. But you could hear the sound and saw that I flinched. Have you decided whether to give Beazle a weight increase? I have not decided that yet. Will we turn in like Path of Titans where you can use precise movement or something like it? For some species, I believe we want to have a more precise movement, but not all of them. But for some reason getting hit didn't allow me to rest. That's a really long getting out of sleep animation. I might have to speed that up. But yeah, so I'm resting right now. If I were to hit R to sleep, it auto adjusts my camera. I can shake my camera all I want. I can't move. But I do heal up a lot faster, but I also use up food and water quite a bit faster. So it's a trade-off. Hi, buddy. I might have to go remove your spawns. But first, I want you to shoot me to get the flinch. Show everybody the flinch sounds and animation. How about you? They're still a little buggy. Eric's working on them. He just started. He's redoing it. I think he's redoing the whole code for them, actually. Shouldn't take him too long, though. Will Peru come after the... Oh, there we go. Peru come after the tech demo, or is there a chance it comes with it? Probably after. If it were to come with the tech demo, it's going to be like a developer-only thing, so you might get spooked by one, but it would never be good enough for public usage within the next month. Shoot me. Great, I moved and I missed. There'll be huge wounds on players with low HP. I'd like for that to be a thing. Scars and stuff. But not at the moment. You can adjust your... hitbox there, buddy, because you're a little... You're right on top of me, but... Oh, I got that one. When will you make Utah Raptor? I have an idea, but I'm not allowed to share when. I've actually sent Islander a list of 13 species. The first 13 species, and he really liked it. I won't say if Utah is a part of them or not, because I actually can't remember if it is. But I do have a list of all 50 or so on roughly where I want them, but we'll see if that happens. Shoot me. Come on. Oh, he respawned. How gory will the game be? Decently. I mean, we got organs and stuff. Organs, bones, various core parts. The tribal's texture after it dies and like starts decomposing is kind of gross. Right, they're not gonna hurt me, but I know that it was playing there, so. Does it play if I? Oh, it does do it if I fall. I don't have the fractured movement. This is the last movement set that needs done. Fractured movement. There you go, that's the sound you'll get and everything. Ugh. At what stage will the game be finished by the end of 2026? Possibly. It's really, really difficult to tell. Really difficult. Because something could come up that, you know, makes things take longer, or maybe something comes up that makes things take faster. There'll be features where you can get up from sitting or sleeping really fast to avoid being stuck in the getting up animations. Yes, I think if you hit the W key or WASD, any of them, you'll start getting up a little bit faster. But I'm not sure if I actually fully implemented that. Peru be playable. Not right away, but eventually. How long does this take? Is that 4.5 seconds? No, I gotta... Okay, I might just have to have her redo it then. Because that just looks gross when it's all sped up. I mean, that could be fine, but it's still gonna be like 3 seconds. I mean, I'll keep it at that, see what Islander says then, but... Then it's the same length as this one at least. Okay. Alright. Will the early access come before the end of 2026, not the fully finished game? Again, not entirely sure. It's possible, but who knows? Thinking of a cool feature like Adrenaline, where if your life or death situation, you get a buff like in real life. I like that idea. You could implement something like that. Do you guys see the Peru over there? Look at this big boy. I know that's what you all came for. Don't ignore the eye. It needs an actual eye. He's here. Here. Got the little hatchling, which does not have... Or if we can go look at the morphs then. You can get a look at the scaling. From hatchling to juvenile to adolescent, sub, and then adult. Pretty steady growth. But it gets big quick. It's very well textured. Very well done. I'm very happy with it. Rar did absolutely fantastic on it. It's the Croco, says Islander. Yes, it is. I don't think I showed you the... I'm glad you're here. You can take a look at the morphs now, too. Oh. As soon as I give you your skin. Eyes? Yeah, eyes. How long will it take Peru to grow? One moment. I want to give you the exact answer, so I'm looking at my sheet. Can terrestrial dinosaurs dive? No, they'll have to be semi-aquatic ones. Like Tyrannosaurus, it can dive. Ryukar, no. Yes, I can share how much Peru weighs, as well as the growth time once it loads. Okay, so Peru is 12.5 meters in game, 7,000 kilograms, and it takes 8 hours to grow from a hatchling to adult, 6.8 hours to grow from a juvenile to an adult. However, if you have a boosted growth, high well-being, really good nutrient pathway, from hatchling to adult can take 5.2 hours, and from juvenile to adult will take 4.4 hours. And tribals dive, yes, and we don't have anything else on Dino at the moment. Dino Kairos, that is. Okay. Morphs, though. So, female morph doesn't change too much. It's just it's not as bulky, and I think it removes some of the stuff down here. Yeah, some of this stuff just goes down. Disable all screen messages. That'll go away soon. I'm hopefully getting a new EC. So female, male, yeah, just a little less bulky. And then subadult. Again, just a little less bulky. Oh, that's the adolescent. Well, there's the adolescent then. And then the juvenile. Big old, small little fat head. I think, unless I have that wrong. No, it's definitely, yeah, that's definitely how it's supposed to be. Well, female Perus look like young adults. They might a little bit. Let's see. So that's the female. And that's the subadult. I think you'll have to see it in the eyes. Yeah, the eyes are a lot bigger on the subadult than the female. The head also changes with the subadult and the female. Female, subadult, it's at least shorter. There might be some other features that change back here. So let's see, sub, female. Oh, that's sub female. Okay, sub female. Subadult. Female. It's very similar. It is very similar, but you'll probably be able to see it in the eyes and the head. But also the size. Like a female Peru adult is still going to be this big versus this big. I mean, it's a good couple meters difference. I wonder if I could... Hold on. I'm going to spend a couple minutes to try something. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but it'd be fun if it did. just gotta remember to not save it then. Alright, what happens if I do that? Okay, it's not the worst looking thing. It works. It's just a little buggy. And I need to change one thing. Alright, let me test this, and then if it is working fully, then you guys can look at it. It's not fully working. It's okay though. I can fix it for this. This. Break that. That'll work. Why'd it break? Oh, that's why. It's my fault. It wasn't the game's fault. Okay. Islander, I hope you're watching. This is gonna be funny. It totally works. What's this guy get again? Big. Yeah, that'll be fun then. This'll be fun then. Oh, it's so big. Nobody take that out of context, I just realized what I just said. Okay. Here's your fun for the day. No more fun. The serious stream. Alright, so we did the resting to sleep. Falling is needed, I think. She gave me a falling animation, which should be really easy to implement, actually. Oop. Grab the red one. There we go. Shut that back over there for Islanders to look at then. Okay, so the falling should just be me. Okay. You're lying. You'll be fixed then. It should just be me adding the anim here. Fall loop. Okay, I do need to hide something. Oh, not that. That. Because I need to see how I set up landing. Because I thought it was an animation that I would play, which makes the most sense. But or do we not have a landed animation? We might not have a landed animation set up in the graph because the EO card doesn't have one. Yeah, it's there, it's just... Oh, I just didn't see it. Toronto landed. Okay, there we go. And what was the other? She gave me a jump start animation, maybe? And I wanted to see what that looked like. Oh. Interesting. No, I'm not adding that. Fine. Good. There you go. Yeah. How many dinos will be out in beta or the first release? You'll have Veranosaurus, which is what I'm playing right now, and the Eocarcharia. Why isn't this working? There it goes. I need a new image with the Peru. There we go. We got the Urano here. Night vision is the same. Well, it's similar to Isle Legacy in that it's a radius around your player. That's how a lot of night visions are. Okay, so yes, now you fall. And then you get hurt when you land. Good. Good, good, good. Let me go mark these off on my sheet so I know that I got them done. Resting and sleep. Just have a few more. I need done. And then we'll be good to go. There we go. Will Peru have a lunge? Yes, lunge grab ability. Guys, look at that. Will I check something real quick? Doesn't look like there are any other issues actually with Dinosaur that QA has logged, which is good. Very good. Okay. Are you allowed to tell us something about the use of Defeat Pete's voice? I have no idea what the voice actors are voice acting for. I think he's going to be a quest giver, but I'm not entirely sure. I know we have two voice actors, Defeat Pete and somebody else who's in our Discord. But I think they're just doing the first quests and stuff for their character. Nice, it has the falling animation. Oh, sounds, right. Footprint sounds, I should say. Give me this cube. Make it that big. Yeah, that'll be plenty big. Okay. Surface, is it called? Ethereal? this? Yes, it's this. Okay. I need to see where I put them. Yeah, it's in the game slash. Okay. Is there a brown? Yeah, that works. They're green. Yeah, that works though. And that's for grass. Verano water alt attack in yet? No, not yet. I'm doing that. Make this one red, and we'll call this mud. Does that make sense? Dirt, grass, mud. Do we have a white? Yes, okay, and that can be snow. Copy these, drag them forward. Make this one blue. Good. And that could be the water sound. That one. Gravel. Which I guess would be gray. Will there be a sandbox mode like in Isle Legacy for deathmatch? I'm sure there's plans to do that, but nothing soon. Tech demo have growth. Yes, it will. And I need something else. Is there a dark gray or maybe a black I can just do? Black works for stone. And then I need one more for wood. What color is wood? Brown, but it needs to be a different kind of brown. Oh, sand too. I need to get sand. Okay, so we'll make this one sand. And this one can be yellow for wood because that makes sense. Okay, I think that's it. Rub. Okay, let's see some sounds. So the water, these are too small. Oh boy, that's a glitchy mess. Stop being glitchy. held liable for giving somebody on my stream a seizure. And bring it down. Yeah. Okay, that gives me a little bit more room to showcase the footsteps. I don't think water has one, so I probably can remove it. Yeah, this was stone. Huh. Or the stone one. How long can Dino Kairos hold his breath for? I want to say about 2 minutes, I think is what I put it at. I think around there. It's not too long. It's long enough. Hopefully. Okay. Can add a little bit of code to my footprints and stuff. Sound. Print string here. What are we gonna print? The surface type, of course. I mean, Peru can drown it? Probably, because Peru can hold its breath for like, I think an adult one can hold it for like 10 minutes. None of those are even getting called. Why? Here we go. I don't know what I did. Oh, I know what I did, but it works now. Okay. Yeah, it can't grab up to 14 tons. It can only grab up to its weight, even in the water. Well, in the water. Drags up to 14, which is still valuable because you can keep them in the water, run out their stamina, and then they'll start to drown on their own. All right, new footprints, footsteps rather. The water. That's the usual dirt that you're all used to. Grass. Gravel. Stone. Mud. Snow. Wood. Or sand? Sand. I'm going to change it to wood. And then make this one sand. I think that one's wrong, actually. New footsteps, though. Distance. And change this one to wood. No, and one of these was glitching, this one. And I also want to bring these all down just a smidgen. Perfect. Okay, and then I need to go Ping somebody in the Discord to check out the sounds. Nope, not you. Ooh, Rhinoskeleton. Alright, now I gotta wait for MZ. That's gonna bother me. Sounds so much better? Yeah. I'm much happier with them. Bother me, it's not perfectly in line with each other. It's just the kind of person I know that wasn't perfectly in line. Ignore it. Perfect. Hold on, not you. You can get prioritized. Back over. Take this one over. Get a little bit of priority. Okay. I don't think the juvenile has new footsteps yet. I think they're all still the old one, unfortunately. Ah, there's MZ. Good, good. Alright, alright. I don't think the water sounds are in, but I'm gonna walk over the water anyways. And this is gonna be dirt here. Grass. Gravel. Ah. AI tribals. All of you guys are getting yeeted for now. I'll bring them back then. Ah, the screen, you're right. Thank you. I mean, I was looking at... It was sounds. You didn't have to see the sounds. Okay, dirt. More tribals around. Good. Grass. Gravel. Rock. Mud. Snow. Speaking of, we had snow flurries this morning here. I was very happy. Wood. Which I don't think is correct at all. I'll have to go fix it. And then sand. And I think I can't crouch as Nerano. Let me double check the wood sounds. That's how it's supposed to sound. What does it look like in the table? It has the right sounds in the table. I don't know why it's not playing them. Footsteps under stored wood 1. That would be that. I don't know. Oh, I know why. It's because I haven't actually set up a wood surface type yet in the project. So it's not actually playing it. It's going to be playing the dirt ones or some default sound. So that's on me. EO card though, I should be able to hear the crouch sounds. I think you gave me crouch sounds. You said at the start of the stream, and I think even in earlier today, there's a lot of new content just in the past 2 weeks. Dirt. It's very, very quiet. Grass. Gravel. I think the dirt ones are quieter than the others. Rock. Mud. Snow. Snow's quite loud. Wood, which doesn't work. And sand. Yeah, the snow, if you can bring the snow one down a little bit and the wood one up a smidgen, that'd be great. Smidgen, such a fun word. How do I get early access? Currently it's only available to developers in QA. There will be the next free update, should be released next month for everybody to be publicly be able to play it. Those guys back. Alright, that sounds done. Oh, and I don't know if the Islander told you, I want the swimming sounds redone as well. I did not like how they sounded, so I'd make fresh ones as well, just like with how we did with the footprints. Did you give me? You did. hatchlings do have their new ones. We should listen to those. How long is Eokar and Arano's growth? I'm gonna say between it's 1.5 to 3 hours. I forget the exact times. Hatchlings, we opted to just have a single generic sound for everything. Because if you listen really, really hard, you can tell that there's a little bit of the adult sound playing, which should just give it just enough variation. But there's really no point, given you're not going to be hatchling for that long, to have its own custom sounds. Tell me the details in Discord so I will fix it later. Alright. One moment. I can do that right now. Because it's not much, it's just... snow sounds are too loud for crouching. Dirt sounds too soft for crouching. I think that was actually it then. Like, it was not much at all. Not sure if you answered this question before, but because something came up in real life when I asked it, but will tech demo stay until paid release? We're not quite sure how long we are going to have the tech demo up. It does still cost us money to have the tech demo up. So, if I were to guess, it's going to be a couple months, but probably, depending on how long it takes, not up until early access release, which is when the first paid version will be, but we'll see. Things are always changing. How big will the map be roughly compared to the Isles map? I want to say it's roughly the size of what Spiro used to be. Maybe the Gnaw if you played Legacy. Or Thenya, however you pronounce that. It's not as big as Gateway, which is the current Isle map. In comparison to Path of Titans as well, it's not as big as... I forget what their map name is. It starts with Gondwa, and then there's another one that starts with a P, I think. It's not as big as those. It's smaller than all the other maps, I'm pretty sure. It's like 6 or... yeah, I think it's like a 6 by 6 kilometers. About 36 kilometers squared. Why is Utah only 450 kilograms? It's like as much as it weighed in real life. It wasn't a very heavy thing. I mean, it's going to be pretty fast. It's the second fastest terrestrial species on our roster. So you've got that at least. Small maps are definitely better than big ones, I agree, Dino. Oh. We'll do 5. Because they're a little heavy. A little heavy at the moment. But Tono did give me an update the other day. And besides the fact that their animations are not working at the moment, the Dryos are back and they're moving around again. We're going to go fix their animations though. Working here. I think he still has them in the old structure over here is where the basement was put. Sorry, I have to hide some stuff real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so that's not getting called at all, which this would make sense, but not this. Does this get called? Oh yeah, that gets called a lot. Okay. Okay. So you, my friend, who is your parent? That's who your parent is. Okay, that explains it. Cast to that instead. On success. Do this. On fail, do this. Confirm. Pile. Go. Check. Working. Drives are back. And they're very happy about it. They need some animation tweaks though. I'm gonna work with Chica then to hopefully get speed warping in, so I don't have to go through all these individual animations and change them, because it is an absolute pain in the butt to do so. Trot, right, buddy? Here that I want to look. Yes, will Dryo's call, like how in Isle Legacy, Ava or Taco called. Yes, it does have a call. Ah, they're up here. Okay, so it's idle. Draw is 152, which makes sense. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to ask him to make it so they don't stop suddenly, if he can. That kinda looks bad. Good though, those are fixed up. Many things. Getting fixed today, modern day Crocs. Are we talking about Peru versus Rex again? I swear that's all I hear about in the Discord. It's a big debate among everybody. It's not. It's like I know it's the conversation, unfortunately. Because there's no way to tell. I mean, you can make assumptions, but there's no way to truly tell how a Rex versus Peru or any large crocodile would go. Oh, they still have those conversations in the aisle. Like, crocodile fans and alligator fans are some of the biggest fighters for their species that I know of. More so than people who love Rex or Aloe or anything. I'd say the crocodile group. Nothing wrong with liking your species. Sometimes it can get a little out of hand, so. Personally, I worry about the paleontological part of it and like how it would actually work in real life because I try to implement that into the game. But at the end of the day, I'm more focused on making this an enjoyable, survival PvP game. So I can't always just take what's from real life and put it in. Like, yes, probably a T-Rex versus Peru, it's probably going the Peru's way. 9 times out of 10. On land, I'm still going to say that the Rex has it'd be 50-50 on land, probably realistically. But for the game's purposes, we have to give this guy some sort of weakness. He can't just be some big powerhouse predator the entire time, just not be an enjoyable thing. Because at the end of the day, while it is a survival PvP game, like, PvP is a big part of things. And at the end of the day, Peru is always going to win in the water, and Rex is probably going to win on the land in Echoes of Extinction. That's the way I'm going to be balancing it. And you get this guy some better eyes, though. I know you say the weakness is how slow it is, which is a weakness, yes. But in a PvP sense, Peru's never going to get to fight anything without it having some sort of other weakness. Like, if Peru's caught off guard on the land, it should be killed by a Rex. There shouldn't be any ifs, ands, or buts about it. Head on, it should be at least a 50-50. And I know in real life you guys are going to give me all these examples and stuff, how crocodiles are really good hunters, and I do not disagree with you there, but at the end of the day, this is a game. It has to be made that way. I will say though, I do look forward to seeing some community servers that are going to edit all our stats and stuff, and make Peru a really dangerous powerhouse, more so than we're going to be making it. See how that all plays out. Peru should destroy Rex on land if it ambushes it, but should die if it just walks up to it. Yeah. I mean, I'd go with that for any land, or not even just land, just any ambusher. If you ambush something as an ambusher, you should win most of the time. Oh, I already know what you're doing with stats. Oh yeah. This guy's getting buffed up crazy. Diet system for growth. We have a nutrient system that will play into the growth times, yes. Gorgeous skins. I actually haven't tweaked Peru's skin that much. Various settings that I'm allowed to. Like I can have fun making this normal really, really out there. It's always interesting to look at when you reverse things and up it. Stick it at... That's the default. It's just not enough. Yeah, we'll stick it at 3 for now. Roughness. definitely not 0.7. Going to be nice and textured. A little shine on him. Because he'll probably be in the water most of the time. But nice and textured. Take 5 rocks. Oh, do you mean like the questing system from Path? You don't want that? Because that won't be a thing. You'll have passive growth throughout your entire life, and you'll be able to affect that based on things you eat, actions you take, that kind of thing. But there'll be no kind of questing system. We all know dry would absolutely annihilate Peru and land. Absolutely. Absolutely. This little guy versus this, which, actually, let's make it a fair fight. I'd be curious, which one of these are winning? King Crab, or not King Crab, Horseshoe Crab versus the Peru. That's a fight I want to see. Stryo playable or AI? It will be playable eventually, but right now it's just AI. It wouldn't make too much sense to make it playable right now, and it'd take a lot of extra time because it involves a lot of extra animations. See, take Eocar. Animations. I don't want the montages though, please. Just how many are here? There's about 59 animations currently for the Eocar. And that's just like the basic kind of stuff, like resting, eating, calls, and very basic attacks. When we add in the special abilities and stuff, it's going to be a plethora of more animations. I think it's 70 animations just to get the pins, staggers, knockdown, and grabbed animations done. Quite literally more than twice the amount that we have now. Oh, there's definitely people that think this is the real size of the horseshoe crab, and I'm tempted to make it this big for fun. Who knows, maybe there are horseshoe crabs this big at the bottom of the ocean and we didn't see them yet. Or maybe there's horseshoe crabs this big on Jupiter, and they actually lived on Earth, and then they made spaceships, and they flew to Jupiter and live there now. That's a conspiracy theory I could get behind. Yeah, a lot of animations, and it's to help. It's because if you think about it, if you have a staggered left, staggered right, you have a grabbed leg, a grabbed neck, a grabbed tail, grabbed from the body, again from the left or from the right, and then you have animations to struggle, animations when you're idle, and then you combine that with the pins, and knockdown. You know, you get knocked down on the left, you get knocked down on the right, getting back up. All that stuff combined just ends up really adding up really quickly. On April 1st, all horseshoe crabs should be that big. Maybe. Air would be very happy about that. Air wants me to make them fly. Will you add any mammals? There are no mammals currently on the roster. I just talked about this last night with somebody in the public Discord about possibly we could do DLCs for like a Cenozoic time period or a fully aquatics one, but there's nothing in the base game that's going to be a mammal besides the tribals, which I should bring a tribal out actually. Which is called tribal? No. Where is your model? It's going to be meshes. Female, male. I should bring these out here like I had before for scale reference. called? Primitive. Can I select them now? Oh no. They're just there now. That's okay. Whatever. Thanks, Unreal. Oh, they went away. Good. There's our gorgeous humans. Oh, your face changed. Oh, your texture's fully loaded? Not as high quality as I remember you. You're also a little chunkier than I remember. Do I have the wrong ones? Oh, I have the wrong ones, that's why. I thought that looked wrong. There we go. That's better. Now you guys look good. You're still reflecting a little odd, but that's okay. It looks like it's the shadows. Is that crab real size? No, the actual horseshoe crab is that big. They're tiny. But we like it bigger, so for fun, in my test level, I have it 10 times bigger. Because everybody loves the horseshoe crab. Tribals, we preset characters, we can customize them. You can customize them a little bit right now. It'll be... Oh, I have a save apparently. You can change like the hair color and style right now. But eventually I think you do want to add in a little bit more. Nothing extreme like how it's an arc. Just a little bit more customization. Yeah, I can go between male and female. And then change... I get to be bald or have one hair, and then a couple different color options right now. I know we definitely want to expand upon it. And it's very little compared to the dinosaur. Get rid of AI again. Can't wait to get my new PC. Talking to the guy tomorrow. It's my uncle. Now you guys are talking about the Peru and the shark fighting. That'll be an interesting one, because Credo is 4.2 tons, I think? Maybe 4.25? And Peru's 7. Credo is definitely going to be faster. It's not going to have a stronger bite. It'll have more stamina, and it doesn't have to worry about oxygen. But its attacks are just a bite and a clamp. I mean, if it were to clamp onto the Peru's side or something and kind of thrash around at it, that'd be a good strategy, but you know, Peru's gonna get you down in 3 or 4, I think it'll be 4 or 5 bites actually. And that's just standard bites. Be able to work with diner players and even ride them. Not players, but AI, yes. AI. How big is Spino? 1 moment and I'll show you. Compared to what? How about that? Like just compared to a human, compared to the rest of the player, or the rest of the roster. you go. This is what we can do. For the last bit of time. I know my screen's hidden. I was switching over to Canva. Compared to Peru. Okay. So this one and this one. There you go. I'm going to put it right on top like that. There you go. It's a little bit longer. It's obviously taller. Spino should be the same size as Dryo. Where's Dryo? This little thing. In water, Peru should win against Spino. Yes, that's what I'm aiming for. Spino 8 times. I think it actually is 8 times exactly. Oh my gosh, it's minus. What's the stream today? Thank you for the donation firstly, but I implemented a few more animation sets for the Rano, took a look at the new sounds, took a look at the Peru model, and now I'm on Canva and I did doing comparison between the Spinosaurus and Perusaurus. Yeah, Spino's not going to be beaten Peru in the water. On land, sorry Dinosaur 55, it's going to be more in favor of the Spinosaurus on land. Do we have a stream without minus spending money? Absolutely not, apparently. It's been like every stream for the past several months now. Let me know if you guys want any other comparisons here. I need to go get Rar's Tropio then, because this one is ugly and not correct. Chunkingosaurus? No. Not here. Bruto-Oxrhenia? I can shove that in here. Like, it's a big shark, but it's not Peru sized. I mean, I definitely would say the Peru is going to win 9 times out of 10. Will dinosaurs eventually have lasting scars? They occur while living. I would love to have that. I think that's a really cool idea. Can I send you the Canva file? I'll have to ask Islander about that. I'm not sure that I'm allowed to. You'd have to see if... I think Islander's in chat, so if he says I can make it public. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to go with I can't, though. How's your day, guys? We're doing good, Minus. Well, I am. I'll speak for myself, not everybody, but... And there's Rex down there now. Get that shark. There it is. Get that out of here. So those are the ones you guys have been talking about a lot. Got a much bigger head. Yeah, the teeth came out. It's such a pain getting the outlines for these things. As usual, credits to our artists and all these extra guys. Yeah, Meg is playable. Yeah, which is winning, Meg or Peru? But I dare everybody to say Peru, see what happens. Peru cannot drown a shark, right? Because it won't need air, just as he said. That's one big thing, like it'll have to rely purely on damage. Parasaur comparison, sure, these are... None of these are ours. And I think all the flyer ones are the same really poor Tropio that I used. There's like some copyright free one that I found somewhere on Wikipedia. but it's not proportional at all. Same with most of these. I mean, all of them were copyright free or just need some acknowledgement of sorts. This is not the correct thing at all for Aram. There you go, how's that? Got little Nemicolopterids down here, which will start out as an AI, being off the back of your dinosaurs to clean them. You got Tappy Jar, which is our herbivorous flyer, which I'm very excited for, and then Tropio, which Rar has been working on in streams, and then our big, as crafted, Aramborginia. Gone. We'll do one more then. There's a lot of little ones. Will there be a roadmap for the rough order in which playables release? Yes, there will be. There's a something being made, I can't tell you what, that will release eventually that you'll be able to see quite a bit about all of our playables and the game itself. Please let Tropio grab things up to human weight. Hold on, I have a math thing. I think it can. But I need to check. I don't know that it can grab them. I think it can knock them over if it's flying. I know I had something. Okay, I apparently deleted it. Great. But I think what I wanted to do was that up to a pterosaur's weight, it can pick up. No, I think it's half weight it can pick up and fly around as normal. Similar to Peru. Up to its weight it can pick up, but it can only glide. It can't move up. And below that, if it were to land into it, it would knock it down up to like twice its weight and then something from there. I think tribals are 80 kilograms and Tropio's 75. So if it would just bump into it and knock a tribal down, which is why I mentioned that thing about the cliffs actually. If you're standing at a cliff, Tropio runs into you, it smacks you down. You fall over, it just starts flying again. Yeah. Cheetah to grab them but fly super slow. We'll see. I don't want to make it too overpowered, but I understand where you're coming from. I think it might be able to work where you could lift up to your weight and then glide with below that. You know, kind of like an arc when you would carry like a heavy metal load or an Anki. Something like that, but we'll see. I mean, Tropio's next after Peru, so I'll have to make a decision then. But what does Tappy Jar do? Tappy Jar is an herbivorous flyer, so it'll be peaceful. It's a very... Besides Nemicolopterids, because it came after everything else, because it was originally just AI, we had Tapijar, which is really good flyer, and it was really good at flying. Tropio, which was a good flyer and really good at swimming, and then Aramb all the way at the end here, which is a flyer but really good at running around on land. So if you want to be a really good quick flyer, real agile, and kind of peaceful because you're eating plants and fruits, go Tapijara. It's also able to drill into redwood trees. We're going to have a hollowed out redwood tree that you'll be able to go into. Yeah, there aren't too many playables up to human size. I mean, yeah, it's like these few plus CeeLo, I think. It won't be awful, but the logic would have to carry over for Aramb is the tricky thing, and that thing's 250, 275 kilograms, and if it's able to still drag stuff twice its weight, that's up to 500. I mean, that's up to a Utah, which I mean, I could be okay with. So I might make it so that you can pick things up to your weight and be fine. Twice your weight, you can only glide, or it will take a lot of stamina to move up, and after that you can't do anything. I think I'd be okay to change it to that. When is the free demo? Hopefully within the next month, actually. Does Tapijar have any PvP stuff? It has a bite. I mean, it's very lightweight. It's only 25 kilograms, so you're not going to be doing a whole lot of PvP with it. But it does have a bite, directional bite, the burrow, and I think it has a small claw attack. Said Irritator will have a split bite and can throw mud on bigger opponents. Yes. Yes, it will. I'm not sure if we're doing like a full split jaw or if we're doing it more like a pelican where like the inner part kind of expands. That'll be up to Rar and Islander then. I'm fine with either one, but either way it'll help promote what we're going for with it. Instead of the only glide because you'll be up below the ground. Good point. Make it so that it just hit the floor and you should just fly super slow. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Maybe you just can't. Maybe what I'll do is if you're weighted down, you can't go up unless you're sprinting up, and then it'll be slower going up. You want to see anything? How long have I been hiding my screen? Did I showcase anything with it hidden? Accurate. I'm gonna... Thank you, Islander. I was just gonna say. Keep doing that, I'm gonna be banning you. Are there any other size comparisons before I switch back over the edge and we take one last look at Peru before heading off? Utah and Aloe? Okay, okay. And Aloe. Utah I'm excited for because it'll have its pounce ability, of course. It'd be really good for pack hunting, but Aloe I'm also really looking forward to. Aloe has a cool ability that attacks the tendons of prey, and it will let them slow them down that way. I think it has a bite, it's all bite, and then it has like a lunge forward to kind of like a grab kind of that slash or whatever. And it has some other kind of heavy bleed Nash bite, I think is what it is. I called it Nash or something like that. Impressive how small Aloe is, or surprising how small Aloe is. I mean, I think it's 8.5 meters long, 3 meters tall. versus 6 and 2. But weight-wise, 500 and 2600. I mean, this guy's bone and muscle dense, and this guy's just all fluffy and feathers is the issue. It looks a lot bigger than it actually is. It's all just feathers and fluff. Pretty sure I have aloe, right? It looks small, but let me double check just to make sure. Some 7 to 10 meters, some fragmentary ones stay up to 11 to 12. So I could increase the size if we feel it's a little small, which I might actually do. Let me see. What if I make it up to what if I do make it 10 meters long? I need to check it with Torvo though. I don't want it looking bigger than Torvo. Somewhere in the middle. Maybe 9 meters long. Give it a little bit of extra length. 9.1. I'll do that. We'll change its size just a smidgen. It's the 4th time I use that word. I love that word. There you go, Aloe. You just got a size boost. 9.15 by 3.26. 9.15, 3.26. I know I'm hiding. I'm switching between screens, and I'm going to the screen that has all the dinosaur stats, and I can't show you that. I can compare the Cerrato kind of dinosaur, Genicotus is what it is. I'll do that once I update Aloe's size. See, it did look a little small. Just funny. I have 2 statues. I have the base one and I have like a main one. The main one has it at 9.2 meters actually, but the base one had it at 8.5. So it's interesting. New screen. Here's your last look at Aloe versus Utah. Correct sizing. Like that. Or 3.3. Tall. Last look. Genicotus and what's the other one? Irritator? That guy and this one I think is Irritator. Genicotus is Sorry, I keep switching because I keep forgetting exact weights. Irritator is 1,200 kilograms, and Guinea Codis is 775, but that's what it is, yeah. Where are those guys? I think Irritator would have a chance. I mean, so Irritator is very... It'd be an interesting matchup, let's go with that. Irritator is very lead-oriented. It doesn't do a lot of damage. Guinea Codis, on the other hand, does quite a bit of damage, but and a decent amount of bleed. But I mean, it's lighter by, 500 kilograms. 425, I guess. So it would be interesting. I mean, you're getting more damage in, not getting as much damage in. I think it could be pretty... What just happened? I think it could be pretty equal, actually. Guinea is very slow, though. Guinea Codis is... 27.7 kilometers an hour, but it does have its camouflage ability, so it can't run away from you, it can camouflage and hide. Irritator is 32, so Irritator is a little bit faster. Poor Guinea's gonna be such a slow little thing, but it's gonna be a little beast to anything smaller than to it or its size. I think Scorpio would win. I think Scorpio's 1,500 kilograms. I feel like that's wrong though. I closed out of it again. Ugh. I mean to do some size adjustments or weight adjustments though, because it doesn't necessarily make sense the way it all looks here right now. I want it to make a little bit of sense. Scorpio is... Yeah, Scorpio's 15, so Scorpio's technically the biggest of this bunch, weight-wise. Absolutely does not look it. So I might need to actually... I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm picking weights that I'm picking weight estimates and size estimates that are the same overall, so it's interesting why would they look so much different? If I look up Guinea Codis weight, to 790 kilos, which I'm at 775, I think it was. Scorpio Venator, 900 and 1.5 tons. And again, it's the 6.6. 6 meters rather. Very interesting dinosaurs and their sizes. Guinea Codis was 6 to 7 meters. Look, I get the correct sizes, I look at the weights and stuff, they just end up looking this way. But I might need to just be like, you know what? Scorpio Venator, you're now going to be 7 meters long. But you just look a little bit larger than Scorpio, or Jenny, and bring this guy down to 6.5, down to 6, just because I have it on the lower end of the spectrum. Can I just risk your job and send it to you? No. I like my job very, very much, actually. I can update these sizes. This is genuinely one of the best jobs I've actually ever had. It's been the most enjoyable one. This is now 6 meters long. And how tall? 1.8. Just a little bit smaller than it was. But it'll make all the difference visually. Not 18. Whoops. Yes. Six and 1.8, and then what else do we switch up? Scorpio. Brought it up to 7 or so. Yeah, 7. We're gonna bring it down to 6.7. Oh, not like that though. 6.7, 3.2. I know I'm still hiding my screen. I'm switching stuff up. 6.7. Not 3.2 though, because it's irritator. We didn't change them at all. Grab you. Stupid galley. What's that? Grab it. There it is. Except it's not that one. It's all the way down here. That one. Here we go. Much happier with those sizes. I mean, 800, 1200, 1500. We're gonna say that you're just light boned. Irritator is actually almost as tall as Aloe. It's very... I think it's just very light boned is what the consensus was. No way realistically it would be that big. That. It's the yellow one, Irritator. Then we got like this guy, Bodsaurus, which is 4 tons. Just, it's crazy with the density of each of these dinosaurs, how much it changes. But yeah. Final look at Peru, and then I'm heading off. so happy to have it in the engine now. Alright. I'm gonna head off. Thank you guys for joining today. For my fellow Americans, I hope you guys had a wonderful feast yesterday. I know I did. But I'll see you guys either next week or in 2 weeks. I'd lean towards 2 weeks from now. Hopefully for another QA stream and then Tech Demo release pretty soon.